Hey, what's up everyone? This is Soul with another little bit of a Shadowlands coverage. This is the typical read-along, where I'm going to take a look at one of these previews. In this case, it's Maldraxxus and the Necrolord Covenant. We're going to run through all the info, real time, react to it, and so on and so forth. So sit down, relax, let's take a look at this together, and let's go. Within war-torn Maldraxxus, might of all kinds makes right. Here, in the birthplace of necromantic magic, those who master the powers of death turn legions of ambitious souls into relentless, immortal armies. Look how stoic that guy looks. He's like, yup, I'm a big badass. Absolutely. Welcome to Maldraxxus. Chaos has erupted in the Shadowlands. In the midst of fighting the Forsworn, the Kyrian were ambushed by the very forces charged with defending the infinite realms of the Shadowlands, the militant Maldraxxi. The Archon of the Kyrian Covenant has sent you on a special mission to Maldraxxus to discover who ordered the attack and demand answers. It quickly became apparent that all is not well with the Necrolords. 2 of the 5 ruling houses lie in ruins, and their collective leader, the Primus, is nowhere to be found. With order in freefall, the remaining 3 houses ruthlessly fight and sabotage one another by any means necessary to claim the seat of the Primus, for whoever holds this ancient fortress commands the armies of the Shadowlands. The Primus was a master strategist and tactician, nigh unbeatable on the field of battle. Long absent from his impenetrable sanctum, he left behind cryptic messages and prophecies pointing to the coming of one who could embody the might of Maldraxxus and save the realm from itself. These guys are... wow, this is some dominatrix kind of stuff. These guys got broke and then turned into... well, whatever. The necrotic soldiers of Maldraxxus are forged by an eternity of war. Yeah, these guys are rugged as heck. And others are made from the bodies taken as spoils of war. All right, let's meet the denizens of Maldraxxus. Abominations. The corpses of the slain are brought to the house of the constructs, where the finest pieces of flesh and bone are skillfully assembled into a new form. These reanimated monstrosities are given a new purpose and a body that is greater than the sum of its once separate parts. Gladiators. The most powerful warriors and champions become gladiators within the ranks of the House of the Chosen. These peerless battlefield tacticians tirelessly train with a variety of rune-forged weapons and are unmatched in combat. Liches. Practicing their craft in the House of Rituals, Liches are scheming skeletal sorcerers who use anima to fuel their potent magic. Plague House Remnant. After the destruction of the House of Plagues, some of the most wretched experiments congealed into animated creatures that now mindlessly wander the plains and crags of Maldraxxus. Soul-rotted Flesh. There's a bunch of these things. Jesus. Soul-rotted Flesh. Should outsiders be foolish enough to invade Maldraxxus, they will find themselves cowering in fear before these behemoths. Amalgamations of countless fallen warriors, these monolithic guardians make the earth beneath them tremble with every step they take during their patrols. And the Aranak. Once master assassins and scouts of the fallen House of Eyes, Aranak now find themselves bannerless nomads. While their necropolis lies in ruins, they still retain their sense of purpose and are willing to share the secrets they've unraveled from the tangled webs of truth for a price. These are but a few of the entities you'll encounter in Maldraxxus. While adventuring, it's best to stay vigilant. You might even cross paths with long-past heroes of Azeroth who now wander this realm. All right, let me scroll up really quick just to kind of go through. So A-bombs originated here. They were in, I guess, slight maybe retcon. They were inspired. I guess they inspired the Lich King to make things as they were. Gladiators are kind of a new thing. They're just big bros. We'll go with that. Liches are liches. The Playhouse Remnants. These look so funny. I don't know why. They look like goofy stuffed animals or something like that. But they will eat your face. This is a raid boss. Precious, Nah, no, that's not it. Rot face, there we go. Yeah, rot face. Or is it... Yeah, and fester something. Fester face? Rot face? Whatever. And of course we have Nerubian-like things. Pretty cool look for these guys. And then let me scroll up really quick. Funny how there's like stuff growing still. There's still things that are growing on the ground. Anyway, let's move on to more stuff. The Necrolord Covenant. When players reach maximum level and have explored the first 4 zones, they'll be able to pledge themselves to a covenant, like the Necrolords. I'm kind of repeating myself from the last one, so sorry about that, but each covenant offers its champion's abilities, along with other powers and cosmetic rewards that can be unlocked through a covenant's campaign, an epic storyline unique to the faction. This alliance also gives the player access to a covenant sanctum, a hall only open to players who have forged a pact with its rulers. If you chose to join the Necrolord Covenant, you'll gain 2 unique abilities, one class ability used in combat, as well as a signature ability that all members of the Covenant share. In the case of Necrolords, they get Fleshcraft. Form a shield of flesh and bone that prevents damage equal to a portion of your maximum health. Standing near the corpse of a defeated enemy when the ability is cast will create a larger shield. To give you an idea of what to expect, you can view a list of abilities. Please keep in mind that all these were a work in progress. Yada yada yada. Yada yada yada. Nothing new. So all these look pretty familiar. And this is a curious shot. We're actually seeing all 4 of the armor types in the official preview. I believe with the Night Fae Covenant that we saw last week, we were missing the mail set. And in this case, we're getting them all, from cloth to leather to mail, and of course to plate. I think plate wins like pretty much every time for all of these. So now we're going to read the dungeon preview. If you're not interested in spoilers, run away, and I appreciate you coming. Thanks. And as for the rest of us, let's move on. Those aren't Forsaken. All right, Plaguefall. The House of Plagues was once part of the immortal armies of Maldraxxus, unleashing devastating blight and suffering upon the enemies of the Shadowlands. In the aftermath of the house's not-so-accidental demise, outside forces scrambled to claim its toxic secrets before they find themselves consumed by them. And this is going to be a level-up dungeon, and of course, available in every difficulty. Now let's meet some of these bosses. Globgrog. The exact nature of the plagues and oozes disgorged by the fall of the House of Plagues may never be deciphered, but the collection of slimes and flesh that became Globgrob will guard this treasure fanatically. Globgrob. Wait. Globgrob? Globgrog. Make up your minds, guys. Alright. Dr. Ickis. The destruction of the House of Plagues and the slime eruptions left in its wake will not stop the presumed genius of Dr. Ickis and his deranged experiments. Good news, everyone, right? Domina Venomblade. Domina Venomblade believes the instrument of her revenge for the fall of the House of Eyes rests with Plaguefall. No one, not even her former allies, will keep her from gaining the weapon hidden in these ruins. Not too much of a preview, though. We get one shot here that sort of gives the vibe of help me out, folks. I'm on stream, by the way. Help me. There is a dungeon in Burning Crusade where you're kind of in an outdoors area. There's lots of poison and green stuff and big poisonous plant-like things. It's not slave pens. I forgot the name. You commenters will be able to remind me, but that's kind of the vibe that I get from this one picture here. So that's it for the preview. Let's backtrack just a little bit. Yeah, so this again gives a same vibe that it has a really similar look to a certain dungeon, and I'm not quite sure, but yeah, these armor sets look sweet. I'm digging the armor set. The leather one does look, it's kind of out of place, doesn't it? It looks a little bit out of place compared to the other sets here. It's like, it's as if the plate wearer is like the leader. He's like, all right, guys, let's get together. And everyone gets together. And then the leather person comes in kind of like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm here. Are we ready? Are we going to do it? And everyone's like, dude, what are you doing? It's, you know, it's gray day, you know, green is next week. And the other person's like, oh man, oh really sorry guys, but well, should I go back home? And everyone's like, no, let's go. Jeez, man, trying to be a organized fighting force here. Sheesh. I feel bad for the leather guy now. I think we should at least appreciate what he's bringing to the table. You know what I mean? All right, so real quick, old raid boss, Festerget is what the stream is correcting me on. But I'm excited because right before this recording, just to fill you folks in, the realms went down. The realms went down, and I'm not able to get onto the alpha. Okay, because my password is incorrect, but as far as I know, yep, realms are down. So we're going to get a build today, as in like right now, almost real time. So by the time you guys see this video, hopefully the realms are up and we'll be able to check out Maldraxxus. And with that, all 4 zones may be available for testing this week, which is huge. We'll finally get the full context of the leveling experience in Shadowlands. I'm going to presume that we're going to be like level 53-ish by the time, you know, when we make pre-made characters for Maldraxxus, and we know that level 55 is Arden Wield, and that 57 is Revendreth. And from there we get to 60, and then, well, there's one more zone to check out, folks, and that is the Maw, which we're going to see at some point. It might be next week, because this is kind of crazy that we got Arden Wield last week, and we're getting Maldraxxus this week, presumably. I apologize. Let me not get too far ahead of myself. But it looks like, you know, testing is coming along quite quickly. So I'm really excited to see what's happening next. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on Maldraxxus so far. Are you excited for it? I know some of you are really excited for like the transmog stuff and some of the themes and some of the crazy NPCs that we may be running into. But again, please share your thoughts in a comment below. Let me know what you think. And otherwise, we will see you for the next thing. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.